In SharePoint you can create lists, and lists are basically like tables in Word or a spreadsheet list. It's a list of rows and they're divided into columns. It can be a list of contacts, a list of events, a list of announcements. It's basically a list of data. When we're in the site contents, you may see that you've already got some lists, and I, for example, have a products list and an events list. If I was to click on products list, you can see that it's organized into rows and columns. And basically I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rows and divided into 2 columns, a list of product names and product ID. Now what you can do when you're in the site contents is you can create your own list. So from the site contents, I'd actually hit the new button at the top, and here it is here. When I click the new button, I can choose new list. And then basically on the right hand side here, I give the list a name. So I'm going to call it my suppliers. And this is a list of supplier details. And I do want to show it in my quick launch, so I'm going to keep the tick on to show in the site navigation, and I click create. You'll ultimately, once it's saved, end up in a list called suppliers, and there's one column called title. And we can add as many columns as we like, much like what we did in earlier videos and in earlier chapters when we talked about document libraries. Everything that we did with regards to columns in document libraries is exactly the same as what we can do with columns in a list. So if I just wanted to quickly edit this, I will click the quick edit button. And what I'll basically do is I'll rename title company name. So this is our supplier's company name, and I'll press enter. I'll then hit the plus and choose a text field, and maybe this is their address. So I'll type address and press enter. And then maybe I'll hit the plus again and insert another text field, and this might be the contact person. And lastly, I'll hit the plus and maybe add another text field, and then this is their contact phone number. And so I've quickly created a list of rows and particularly 4 columns. If I click the button Exit Quick Edit, I'm now looking at my list, and I'm now ready to start entering data. Then to add some suppliers to my list, I'll click the New button. And I'll add the first title or company name. So it might be Food Delights, who are on the High Street in Taupo. And their contact person is Sam Jones, and the phone number is 07. And I'll hit save. And there's my first record in my list. To add another new record, I hit the new button. Again, I'll put in a company name. And I've added a second record to my list. And that's basically how you create a list and how you add items to that list.